who's who in the George Papadopoulos court documents. Newly released court documents show that Trump foreign policy advisor George Papadopoulos communicated with several senior campaign officials about his outreach to the Russian government over a period of months. The recipients of Papadopoulos' emails are not named in the filings, but the Washington Post has identified several individuals based on interviews and other documents. Papadopoulos pleaded guilty this month to lying to federal agents about his outreach to Russia. Victoria Toensing, an attorney for Sam Clovis, confirmed that several references in court filings to the campaign supervisor refer to the one-time radio host from Iowa, who served as Trump's national campaign co-chairman. At one point, Papadopoulos emailed Clovis and other campaign officials about a March 24, 2016, meeting he had in London with a professor, who had introduced him to the Russian ambassador and the Russian woman he described as Putin's niece. The group had talked about arranging a meeting between us and the Russian leadership to discuss U.S. Russia ties under President Trump, Papadopoulos wrote. Papadopoulos later learned that the woman was not Putin's niece, and while he expected to meet the ambassador, he never did, according to filings. Clovis responded that he would work it through the campaign, adding, "Great work," according to court documents. In August 2016, Clovis responded to efforts by Papadopoulos to organize an off-the-record meeting with Russian officials. "I would encourage you and another foreign policy advisor to the campaign to make the trip, if it is feasible," Clovis wrote. Toensing said Clovis always vigorously opposed any Russian trip for Donald Trump or the campaign. She said his responses to Papadopoulos were courtesy by a polite gentleman from Iowa. Emails previously described to the Post indicate that the high-ranking campaign official described in court documents is one-time campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. The emails were among more than 20,000 pages that the Trump campaign turned over to congressional committees after review by White House and defense lawyers. Lewandowski, who was pushed out of his post in June 2016, did not respond to requests for comment. Papadopoulos wrote to Lewandowski several times to let him know that the Russians were interested in forging a relationship with the campaign, court filings show. In one email on April 27, 2016, Papadopoulos wrote to discuss Russia's interest in hosting Mr. Trump. "Have been receiving a lot of calls over the last month about Putin wanting to host him and the team when the time is right," he added. In May, Papadopoulos forwarded to Lewandowski an offer of cooperation from a Russian with links to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. "Is this something we want to move forward with?" he asked. There is no indication if or how Lewandowski responded to those messages. But in June, when Papadopoulos emailed him again about Russia, Lewandowski referred him to Clovis because he is running point, according to court documents.